I thought I'd close with, well, we just got some good news, so it inspired my close. I found out today that Bobby Kennedy is endorsing the campaign, which is very exciting. Thank you. Thank you to Paula Johnson, who's here with her help in that effort. And so I thought I'd close with one of my favorite quotes from John F. Kennedy. And so, again, thinking about these problems, I gotta be honest with you, the problems are huge. And the looks that Dave talked about, when I go to Sacramento every time I get these looks. Literally, people think I have 3 heads when I go up there. They're like, why would you possibly want to come up here? And so the problems are huge. We do have to acknowledge that. But what John F. Kennedy said, he said, our problems are man-made, and therefore they may be solved by man. And he went on to say that no problem of human destiny is beyond human beings. So I know that together we can solve these problems. Together we can make a better California. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for being here today. I really appreciate it. We thought maybe we'd just take, I know it's a late night, maybe we'd take 2 or 3 questions. We got a couple questions. Any brave souls?
Josh over there.
Okay. Sure. So this race is coming up very quickly, and I think maybe Reed might address this, but this is a very competitive primary, and the primary happens to be everything. We have a lot of other problems, structural problems here in the state. One of them is that our primaries, even in this district, tend to be everything. And so it's coming up very quickly. May 10th, absentee ballots go out. So we need everyone's help in getting the message out. May 10th, and the election itself is June 8th. We've done great. We've got a lot of support. We're running a campaign of ideas. We've had lots of good policy input, as well as lots of fundraising support. Thank you, everyone here, for helping in that effort. But we're going to have to, we got a lot of money. We still have to raise another over $200,000 in the next 6 weeks. And we need to kick our grassroots operation into full gear. We're doing that now. We're walking every day. But we can do a lot more of that with your help as well. So very exciting time, but it's gonna be over in a flash.
Josh, what is the Obama campaign doing right that you can bring to California?
Well, thank you. It's a good question. Well, with the Obama campaign, we were actually very fortunate. Our last Full Circle Fund event, we had Chris Hughes, who was one of the co-founders of Facebook and ran the Obama tech effort. And we're trying to adopt that very much. If you look online, I've raised more money online than any candidate in the entire state of California. Yeah. Very fun. So we're doing that, and we want to use technology in other ways too. So we're trying to use it to get the message out. I've realized the power of Facebook. Where's Sheryl now? Through this campaign. I think the social media thing's for real, by the way. But I know we can do better. I don't know if Jack Dorsey's here. We're using Square, which is one of his new company, so we can take donations right on the iPhone. On the other hand, my Twitter presence could be better. So we're going to be working on that. I need all of you to follow me, so we can really. We got a message from Jack. Got to amp up that effort there. So there's a lot of things we're doing, but there's a lot more we could be doing too. And so anyone who wants to help engage in that effort. Where's Ansaf? Ansaf is one of our star Stanford. He's a senior class president at Stanford. He's going to be helping us in that effort. So any ideas, we'll talk to him as well. One last question.
Where have you learned the most? What's your biggest learning during your campaign?
Wow. Well, I was waiting for my forthcoming book about the campaign, about the state of politics in Sacramento. Interesting question.
Play softball from Steven.
Yeah, exactly. I have to think about it. I think if I can, I've learned a lot about running who my friends are, honestly. No, through this process. I mean, it's been very humbling to sort of see people stepping up in support of the effort, and so that's one thing that I've learned. So on that note, I'll end. Thank you all again for being here. I really appreciate it.
So I asked Josh the privilege of saying the last few remarks, and I promise I will keep this very brief, but it's not often that we get one of us willing to jump on the grenade a little bit, in order to help the rest of us. And so I think and what I mean by one of us is someone who comes from a perspective of entrepreneurship, technology, and innovation in order to structurally kind of fix these problems. And I don't know if I would do it. So I'm very glad that Josh is jumping on the grenade. But that means that we have an obligation to support him. Politics is very simple. Politics is money and people, right? That's it, right? Ideation is very helpful, and we'll all throw ideas at Josh and he'll say, hey, I got another idea of something you should be doing. That's great. Ideas are really useful, but just like when you're doing startups, right? There is an idea, you're driving it through and you're executing, and what helps is money and people. So really think about how you can help in the next couple of weeks, because the primary is the thing that's going to decide it. We are in the moment for it. And I can't think of anything better than his approach to what is generally a completely broken Sacramento government process to inject some of Silicon Valley with a public spirit, which, founding Full Circle Fund, et cetera, that Josh has. So please help.
So let's eat and drink.